Hello Nick. We are 18 months on now from a major refurbishment downstairs. How has this improved the journey for our patients?
They've made the deployment of personnel much more focused on serving the customer. It's much clearer to see where you go when you first arrive and then when you move around the building. We've got all sorts of benefits in the dispensing area from improved acoustics. We've got direct lines of sight, again, between members of staff, and it's just a lot more pleasant environment, easier to move around. It doesn't look so higgledy-piggledy.
Part of the refit has involved putting in numerous screens around the practice that show patient information. Technology is something that BBR has always invested in. How important is the use of technology to what BBR does?
Well, it always has been since way before I started. We've always thought that we could only offer the most appropriate service to customers and to patients if we had the most available, up-to-date available equipment, and we were able to actually use it to good effect. And obviously, one of the key things about that is informing people what we do, how we do it, and why we think we're different in the experience that they'll get having their eyes examined here at BBR.
The technology, though, is worth little without the people that use it and interpret the results. What would you say characterises the staff that work here?
Well, I don't really have to say that. We could go out to someone like the Investors in People organisation, where we've just been re-accredited at the gold standard, and we're one of the very few optometry practices in the country accredited at gold standard. Investors in People means that you take an active interest in professional development and career development for all of your personnel, trying to pay attention to various things such as work-life balance and giving them appropriate autonomy, giving them correct management of delegated tasks, etc. And this has been borne out by seeing people who have joined us as salespeople who've gone on to become professionally qualified as dispensing opticians. We've seen people join us as receptionists, go on to become optical technicians, to become IT managers, and of course optometrists go on to become full-blown independent prescribers. It's a lifelong journey. I have to say my ambition one day is to see somebody go from reception right through to optometry in one fell swoop. We haven't done that yet, but we're getting very close.
BBR is known as an innovator within optometry in the UK and further afield. What direction do you see BBR taking from now on?
I think most of what we do is a process of evolution. It isn't necessarily a complete revolution, but we do it with a vision. And that vision is to see a customer, to see a client, and follow right through to the point where they're in the right hands to manage the particular needs or difficulties that they have. So for us at the moment, that means fully developing our prescribing base, which means we can more satisfactorily investigate, diagnose and treat conditions that just isn't available in other practices. This is very helpful and more immediate to the patients, but it also has a knock-on effect in that it reduces the pressures and the workloads on our GP colleagues and on our ophthalmology colleagues in the eye department.